Hello, children and families. It is Fine Motor Friday, so today I'm going to share some fun activities with you to promote fine motor development. And some of your children may have some fine motor goals that they're working on, and so this is going to be great to give you some ideas of ways you can support strengthening their hands and their fingers. So today I'm going to be using a material that some people, when they hear it, say, not in my house. But it has wonderful benefits and it's really fun for children. We use it all the time in the classroom. It is Play-Doh. So today I'm going to be sharing some activities using store-bought Play-Doh. And I also today will post the recipe for some homemade Play-Doh, which is really easy to make. It's very inexpensive. It cleans up much easier than store-bought Play-Doh, and it's a lot of fun to make. But I do know that with the current COVID-19 shortages, I know that flour is one of the things that seems to be hard to come across. So in the meantime, store-bought Play-Doh is going to be the way to go. So this activity will, I can be giving you several ideas for ways you can promote fine motor development. And typically these kinds of activities, usually children will engage in them for as little as 10 minutes up to 30 or more minutes. So this is a great way to target some fine motor IEP goals and even some language goals, because when children are creating with Play-Doh, they are talking. So it's a really great beneficial activity, both in school and at home.
So the first and really most important tool when we're playing with Play-Doh is our hands. And you can see I'm pushing the Play-Doh with my fingers, pinching the Play-Doh. You can squeeze it in your whole hand. So I'm pinching off little balls of Play-Doh. There's just so many great things that a child can do with just their hands and some Play-Doh. Squishing it, pushing it flat. And then now I've added some small toys to make prints in the Play-Doh. So here's just a small Lego Duplo block, which makes some really awesome prints inside of the Play-Doh. Another idea is just to use other small toys. So here's my friend Woody. And I'm just going to push Woody's little head there into the Play-Doh, and that also makes kind of a fun print. So any small object from around the house would work great for making prints. Here is a very common tool that children will use with Play-Doh, and that's cookie cutters. And I have a tiny little rolling pin. I like to use these small cookie cutters because they really kind of make the children have to use their pointer finger and their thumb to push and pull the Play-Doh. But cookie cutters are great fun. They're super cheap at thrift stores, and children love to pretend to make cookies. This activity is an absolute favorite of children. It is a Play-Doh birthday party. So just providing some birthday candles that your child can put into the Play-Doh is such a great way to encourage interactions, and there is always lots of language that happens. This is another activity we often do in the classroom that doesn't require a lot of extra materials, is that we will either roll a snake for the children or they'll roll their own, and then we just have the child cut the snake with scissors. We often will do this activity before we have children start cutting paper. We will have them cutting Play-Doh snakes. It's a much easier task and gets them used to being able to open and close the scissors. So next I just have some found items from my kitchen. I have a teaspoon, and then I have this can strainer, and I have a garlic press, and you can use any items from the kitchen. The teaspoon is great for scooping little pieces of Play-Doh. The can strainer is really cool because when the children push on it, the Play-Doh comes up through the holes and it kind of looks like hair and makes like these little tiny bumps. So it's a really awesome pattern. And the garlic press is really great for fine motor skills because they have to put little bits of Play-Doh into the compartment and then close it and squeeze it really tight, and it makes this really great spaghetti or hair-like pieces of Play-Doh. And just to extend that even further, they can make hair and then take scissors and cut the hair. I love this idea because it came from the children this year in our classroom. We noticed that at the Play-Doh table, children were rolling snakes and cutting the snakes with the side of their name tag. So here I've just modified it, as I don't have a name tag at home, and just used the side of a card to cut the Play-Doh. This last activity requires some small objects and the Play-Doh, and you can put objects into the Play-Doh. You can also hide them in the Play-Doh or provide them to your child, and the child can put them in and take them out. And we want to focus on using the Pincer Grasp, just like this, where I'm using my pointer finger and my thumb together to pull the object out of the Play-Doh. And this grasp is really important for a variety of fine motor skills. I hope this gave you some new ideas. Thanks for watching.